Hi, and welcome to Sleep Cove. This episode is a sleep meditation where we guide you round Zion National Park. It's perfect if you've been not venturing out a lot recently or have been self-isolating, and you can try and imagine yourself being in nature and enjoying the world around you. Please do not listen to any recording from Sleep Cove whilst driving or operating heavy machinery. Please listen in a place where you can safely go to sleep. And let's begin. As you relax in a place where you can safely meditate and go to sleep, this may be your bed or it may be a chair, but try and get as comfortable as possible. Even take a stretch and soothe all the muscles of your body, soothe them so well before you try and go into deep relaxation and sleep. Get into the most comfortable place you can, because when you are comfortable, you can sleep better, and when you sleep better, the next day is so invigorating and so good as you are fully recharged, looking forward to the day ahead. And now, as you rest in your bed, take a big stretch again and make sure you now can rest and sink into the bed and take some deep breaths in through your nose and out. In through your nose and out. You want to make sure that the breathing is happening from your stomach area. If your shoulders are moving up and down rapidly, we want to try and slow our breathing down and concentrate on the stomach, gently pushing out as we take a deep breath in and gently relaxing out as we take a deep breath out. Deep breathing is one of the first steps we can do as we go to sleep, as it helps us to relax. And deep breathing makes our oxygen circulate in our bloodstream so much more efficiently and so much better. Deep breathing is so perfect for your body. It reduces the stress hormones you may be producing in your body. And with each breath, you can just feel more and more relaxed. It's wonderful. This time is just for you. Now, in your mind's eye, we're going to be going to Zion Canyon, Zion National Park in Utah. You may have been before, you may have never been, or you might have never even seen pictures of it. But it doesn't matter, because you're going there now in your mind's eye. And you look down on the valley and the canyon below you. And the walls of Zion are steeped with red tinted rocks, and steep walls, and the valley has dotted green vegetation and the odd stream running through. Unless you've been to this part of the world, you might never have seen a reddish tinted landscape like this before. Rocks which look like they could be from Mars, mixed in with green vegetation down on the valley floor. And it's been a lovely, beautiful day, and you look up from your vantage point and you see the bright, beautiful blue sky. It's late afternoon now, and you can see a few dotted white clouds. It's a perfect temperature. It could be early summer, where it's not too cold or not too warm, but just nice for exploring and looking round the canyon. You soon realise where you're standing. You're standing on a place called Angel's Landing. You climbed a trail up here, going step after step from the valley floor, going up the rocks where thousands of people have stepped before you. You took a few rests going up the landing, and you saw birds flying round. Small birds and birds of prey peacefully flying through the air. As you had walked up it, you walked through every step which had been carved into the rock until you reached the top to see a spectacular view of the surroundings below you. It really is a beautiful sight as the landscape falls out beneath you of green, beautiful vegetation lined with the reddish rock walls which just seem to go on and on forever. It's so stunning, and it's so beautiful. And you could just look out forever and ever. But there's so many things you would like to explore. You've made your way down the trail, going past the small trees, And you can hear the birds chattering and singing. As you start walking on the trail, you see a sign pointing towards the Emerald Pool, and you walk there, and it truly is a beautiful valley. And you take a left turn through the trail, and you come to a circular clearing which is carved into the rock. Down at the bottom of this clearing is a deep emerald coloured pool. And from up above, two medium-sized waterfalls gently empty their contents into the pool. You're above on the trail looking down. As you walk round your elevated position looking down at the emerald pool, about 4 meters ahead of you and above you, the rock actually overhangs most of the walkway. So you actually feel like you are part of the landscape. Which has been here for thousands upon thousands of years. As that waterfall was once new, and there was no clearing, and there was no pool at the bottom, but over thousands of years, this water and waterfall has carved the emerald pool clearing into this big circular outcrop which people admire to this day. You see a rock and you sit down and you find some peace as you look at the waterfall with its constant relaxing sound, and the sun gently hits them, forming small rainbows behind them. It's so wonderful being here and so peaceful. It's like you found a secret just for yourself. And as you sit here, you admire your surroundings. It's so perfect. And now you want to go and explore the canyon some more. And you walk back to the main canyon, exploring its beauty and the red landscape. You could be on another planet. And you think of all the hundreds of years that the indigenous people of this area explored and made their home. And you explore some more. And further up, you see a sign for the Narrows. And you're feeling a little warm now. And you know the Narrows will cool you down. Because as you approach, you know the Narrows is a long stream of brilliant blue water which you can walk in up to your calves, and you step in and you begin walking, and it feels nice and cool for the water to splash against your legs. And it is called the Narrows because this water has carved out a path for itself into the high rocks, but it's not formed a large valley like the one you've just been in, but it has caused a narrow carving of the rock. And as you look up, you see very tall walls steeped on each side of the Narrows with wonderful striking rock formations and little streams and trickles and small waterfalls come over the rock edges from up above. And there's vegetation on the sides of the banks of the stream, and birds and even some squirrels chattering in their own way. And you keep walking and winding down the stream. You sometimes touch the side of the rock walls and let the water trickle through your hands, as because a waterfall has started at the top, but then spreads down the wall, slowing its descent to a point where you can put your hand on the wall and let the water slowly trickle over your hand, and you can then hear it gently trickle into the stream you are standing in. It's so peaceful here. This time is just for you to explore, be at peace, and even have an adventure in your own way. Because you know you can come back to Zion anytime you like and anytime you want to in your mind's eye. You might even visit in person one day. you can go on an adventure from your bed. As you continue to walk on slowly, you see a bank on the side of the stream with the log from a tree which fell down a few years ago. And you sit on the log and you look at the stream passing by, and you take in the nature around you and the ancient majesty of this place, and think of all the other people who explored this through hundreds and hundreds of years. And you realise this place is hardly altered at all since humans first discovered it. And you feel connected in nature and connected to our ancient ancestors. As we know, we are just on a journey ourselves, passing through time like a stream carves through a rock, slowly and surely. It's wonderful. It's wonderful just being here and seeing nature in front of you. And now you imagine yourself at the top of the valley, right on its edge, and you can see the beauty of nature below you, and behind you you see plains of trees and red, Mars-like landscape spread out. But you go back to looking at the valley below you, and out in the distance you realise you can see huge condors flying, and it makes you so happy to see these birds as once they were at the brink of extinction, but have been brought back because men and women learnt to live together and be peaceful, and work for a common aim of bringing back a species which nearly went extinct. And this makes you so happy to see the birds which existed here before man maybe have even discovered this valley is back to its natural habitat. And you notice to the right side of you is a camp bed, and the sun slowly begins to set on Zion National Park. And the colour of the sky is a deep, deep blue as the twilight is hitting and starting before night rolls in. And you want to see Zion go into night time, and you climb into the camp bed and you pull the blanket and the covers over you and put your head upon the pillow and look out into the valley as it slowly gets darker. And you feel one and connected with nature, the nature you have explored today is so real to you. And being with nature makes us as humans feel so at peace, as we are meant to be one with nature. And whenever we're feeling stressed in our modern lives, which is often away from nature, we can imagine ourselves being here in Zion and feeling at peace. And you realise the night has rolled in and the stars are out, and the moon is at half crescent, and you can see the stars of thousands in the sky, so clear and bright. You can only see stars like this away from cities and towns, and it's so clear and it's so wonderful. And you feel so relaxed and at peace, and you take a big stretch again and get so comfortable in your bed, the bed you're in right now, and you want to fall asleep and be at peace, because tomorrow will be another adventure. You might be anywhere, but it will be an adventure. As you close your eyes on Zion, you know that you'll see it again if you want to, and you fall fast asleep.